Welcome to another episode of the Last Pick Podcast. Before we get into this episode, we just want to say we appreciate all of the support on the first episode. We definitely surpassed what I thought we were going to get in terms of views, streams, all that. So we really do appreciate it. And we hope not only you enjoy this episode, but we got some new stuff coming going forward outside of the podcast too. Some videos where you guys can get to see more of
socials,
us.
Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for some basketball videos too.
Definitely.
Vids.
So yeah, we definitely got some exciting stuff to look forward to. So we appreciate the support so far, and we hope that you guys continue to support. So how you guys feeling today? Before we get into it,
not too bad. Got some few good games this week as well.
Definitely.
Some big news as well in this league.
I'm pretty good. The Blazers and Clippers got me going this week. That was
beef.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yes,
mainly Damian Lillard.
So we starting off with the beef, huh?
Yeah, I think we'll get into it like that. That was a good segue.
Elephant in the room.
Does anyone want to explain what happened? Or?
Yeah, for anyone that.
Well, I was watching. It mostly happened at the end of the game when Dame missed the clutch free throws to get in front.
Yeah.
And Pat Bev and I can't remember who it was.
It was Morris.
Yeah, Morris. They were just clapping at him, laughing their heads off like over the stands. I was just. I don't know.
It was a little bit over the top, to be honest.
Yeah, it was way over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just.
It's Pat Bev.
That started as
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
I didn't expect it, but.
It's a big game to lose. They're trying to get the 8th seed. Ended up choking it.
What Pat Bev say? Dame time running out.
No,
PG. That
was that PG?
Cold.
Yeah.
So just to backtrack a little, because even in the game, most of the beef kind of occurred outside on social media and whatnot. But in the game, there was that clip of what happened. Dame hit a real nice step back three and pointed at Pat Bev saying, "I want you in the game."
Yeah.
So they were kind of going at it.
But it all started when Dame was in a post game conference, and he said something like, "Oh, I put these guys out in the playoffs last year,
Yeah,
and
he's got rid of
in
Pat
his
Bev.
second year."
He's got
And
rid of
then
Paul
PG
George.
responded to that on Bleacher Report.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
In the comments of the Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
But
Instagram,
Dame's
kinda wild.
defending himself, saying he hasn't switched up teams and that, which is fair enough. PG's gone a bit everywhere.
Yeah, but
What was the? I'm trying to get the exact
I
quote
respect it.
because the exact Dame
respect
quote
it.
was funny as hell.
And then Nurkic came out saying, "Yeah, takes bad shots, right?"
Yeah.
he hit 51
that's a lot
points
of bad
today.
shots.
Well, that's
Yeah.
if you don't know, that was when Dame hit the game winner on PG.
To send them home last
PG said, "Oh, took a bad shot."
That was such a I don't know why he said
Put a win
that.
in.
It's just
Yeah.
like you lost the game to an insane buzzer
He's
beater and you
butthurt.
call it a bad shot.
Man, it was tough
PG's.
shot.
I don't know how to gauge PG. He seems like he's such a good player on the court, like good to watch, and then off the court, he just does some. I don't know, like that, and like the whole. He's a fishing fanatic. That shit just weirds me out. I don't know.
Seems a bit soft.
This
He's like,
beef even led
28-year-old
to
millionaire is a fishing fanatic. That I don't know.
Someone sus.
You gotta be a weirdo.
this beef even led to Dame's sister and PG's it's not wife, it's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
They're both beefing and shit.
Baby
now.
mama. That's
Calming down.
that's an important clarification.
Yeah, even
Calm it down.
they were beefing over this, so that was kind of weird to see.
Families
as well.
going at it as well, yeah.
Posting each other on their Instas.
Yeah. What was the exact? Because Lillard's sister was the one that initiated it going outside. Because obviously, Dame had initially called PG, said you boys is chumps. So then
I think his sister.
his
I don't know,
sister
something
reiterated
along
that.
the line of chumps to his girlfriend.
Yeah, his sister basically put a video on the Instagram story of her. What was the exact quote?
Well, I know. She said, "Oh, you go to a stripper or something like that."
Yeah, it's like you got a stripper pregnant,
Yeah, you got
wifed
a
her
stripper
up,
pregnant.
and then like the caption was "You boys as chumps," but she was going in
Yeah.
on his wife, and then he put a
Fake ass lips.
Yeah, she
whatever
put
that.
yeah, she was going at the fact that PG's wife's had some work done, and she kind of got that fake looking plasticky appearance. But yeah, so she was going at that, and then PG's. I'm not gonna lie, PG's girlfriend's comebacks were pretty weak.
Yeah, it was.
To be honest,
It was
She was
something like, "Oh,
my
my face and lips are like."
yeah, my face and lips are fine. Like,
Some
it's fucking
bullshit.
weak. You could have said so much.
Yeah, Dame
better.
won this, right?
Dame
He
won.
lost the game, so I don't know.
Yeah, but then the next day he drops 50 and wins the game, and the Clippers lose against the Nets.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I don't know. That's
They won.
I think it's weak. Like the Clippers are the number one, if not one, second favorite to win the league. I think it's weak to talk, like from a position where you know what I'm trying to say. Like if you're that good of a team, you shouldn't be talking down to someone that's fighting for the playoffs. You just seem a bit weak. It's just
Especially Pat Bev versus Dame.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bitch move
It's
to
just
me.
Pat Bev.
But it's just mental games. He's just trying to get in Damian Lillard's head. I think that's like the only motive there.
That's
I think
true.
Pat Bev's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing.
I also think you can't do all that and then lose to the Nets the next day.
Or just not play.
That's another thing.
At least be playing the game.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
I kind of fuck with time off. That's some shit I would do.
Not
Like,
play and just chill.
Yeah, just yell from the sidelines.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, that was definitely interesting. And another thing that kind of came from that, I saw Twitter arguing a lot about who was the better player, Dame or PG. What's your guys' take? Because a lot of it was divided.
Dame.
What's your guys' take? Because I would take Dame.
I'll take Dame too.
Yeah, Dame's a better player.
Damn.
It's just Dame.
Yeah,
Consensus.
a lot of people were bringing up the fact that PG's a better defender, but I still think like what Dame does on the offensive side of the ball kind of cancels it out. Let us know in the comments of this video who you guys would take, PG or Dame.
I will say, in fairness to
On a winning
PG,
team.
he's had like 7 career injuries that could have like ended his career like on
that's true.
5 different occasions.
That's true.
So to be where he's at right now is pretty incredible in itself.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a good point. I think it was what, 4th in MVP, 3rd in MVP.
Yeah, back
voting?
in
Like
2013.
Not even last year.
Oh yeah, last
When
year.
they had that whole
Yeah.
Third in
MVP,
MVP.
PG or whatever. Yeah,
And it was up there for
third.
defense.
And then in
player.
2013 he was top 5 as well.
So yeah, definitely pretty incredible how he's gone back. But yeah, on the subject of beef, just want to add this as well. Tomorrow we see Jimmy Butler and TJ Warren go at it again.
That's going to be a good game. I
Jimmy
wanna see
is
that shit.
playing as well. He's being cleared to play.
TJ.
I mean, TJ.
What you guys?
I meant TJ.
Yeah, nah. So what? How do you guys think that game's gonna go? I got the Heat, but it's gonna be very interesting to see personally.
I hope they go for each other's necks. I want to see like a fight.
Yeah.
I
I don't know about that. But
Not like a
Fight.
fight, like a
Yeah.
scuffle. You know?
I want to see
I
a
want to see
fight.
it just heated. Yeah, that's when I see it.
I want to see a little scuffle.
I want to see a fight.
Hopefully
Malice
it's
with
a
the
close
Palace.
game. I don't know who's gonna win. I hope
Pacers.
it is a close game.
You got Pacers winning over Heat?
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
I
In
don't
fairness,
because TJ Warren has been heated, and I think he'll go off. This
I think he
game
dropped
as well.
another 30.
Yeah.
Like he went
Yeah,
off
like
against
a
the
30 point
Lakers.
game,
He
35
went
point
off
game.
against the Lakers. Like,
Yeah, I
And the
think
team
like
has walked off
39.
against was Suns.
but
Mikal
Lakers
Bridges.
haven't even been
So
playing
now undefeated.
that good, to be honest, lately.
Yeah, Lakers have
Yeah.
definitely been struggling on the offensive side of the ball. I think LeBron's. I think you mentioned it last episode, or if it wasn't last episode that
Yeah.
went unused. You had said that LeBron's been kind of passive
Yeah,
recently.
he's been playing a lot passive than I thought he would be.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to get everyone in rhythm before the playoffs. But at the same time, yeah, I would like to see him kind of take control a bit more.
They're the worst offensive team in the bubble so far. Like last in assists per
Stats-wise?
game, last in assists per game,
Yeah,
points
in
per
the bubble.
game, 3 points made, field goal percentage.
It is. It's a
three-point
lot like the
percentage.
field goal stuff. Is yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because
Pretty
realistically, the only guy that was coming on and actually hitting shots for them was Danny Green at a consistent clip. That was like their shooter.
And he's in
And-
a slump.
And now he's in
Yeah,
a slump. Yeah.
He's in a slump, so it does make sense.
I
for
think
sure.
they'll come back strong though. I mean, the rotation's going to cut down a lot for playoffs. It's going to
Yeah.
be like 8 man, 9 man. I think they'll be alright.
Yeah,
Play
same.
off Braun again.
Yeah, you can't discount playoff Bron for sure.
Unless he chokes it, I don't know. But I'm not gonna.
Mm.
It is playoff LeBron. He doesn't choke.
Yeah,
Just
Unless
get out
it's
the first round. Should be
2011.
he
sweet.
choked. Yeah,
If
I was gonna be-
Blazers are in the first round, that's gonna be a
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
matchup.
If they can get out of that, then yeah,
definitely.
it'll just be like OKC or Jazz. They got a verse a lot easier game.
Continuing on kind of the games that have been happening recently, before we get into the kind of
Award
award
finalists,
finalists and
yeah.
whatnot, Kings and Pelicans have been eliminated as of today from playoff contention, so they can no longer
Bloody
make
God.
JJ
the
Redick's
playoffs.
long streak of playoffs.
Yeah, 6
Yeah,
years.
undefeated streak's
Yeah,
broken.
I thought it was just the NBA, but he hasn't
Not even
missed
college
the playoffs.
and high
college.
school.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
He had a notorious college career.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that's why he could be wrong here, but I think he was picked like 3rd or something in the draft. Like he was a relatively high pick because he had a really good college career.
Everyone
at
hated him,
Duke.
though. He was
Yeah.
like the Duke villain.
Yeah, well, Duke's always got a villain. But yeah, so a lot of people did any of you guys have Pelicans making the playoffs?
Originally,
No,
yeah.
I did
Originally?
not have
Yeah,
Pelicans.
I did.
I had Grizzlies,
Yeah,
but
really.
that's not going to happen. Looks like.
Honestly, I don't know what they thought putting Zion on minute restrictions if they wanted to be a playoff contender.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Even
play
with
it really
weird,
safe.
weird thing to do if
They-
they wanted to go for the playoff position.
I think they're
Looks like
probably
they didn't care
realistic.
too much.
Maybe
Or
they
they
didn't
trusted the guys on the
win the
court.
ring.
Even with Zion, I don't know how Zion and Bi still fit together.
No, it's not like what Zion. It's just like you put him on a restriction. You're not like allowing your team to be
Oh yeah,
like a
no,
contender
that's true.
basically.
That's true. Definitely, I can't wait to see what they do in the future. Though I think the fact that they even like got this close is pretty good considering in the first year they rebuild.
Yeah.
But yeah, Definitely going to be interesting considering BI's contract ends, I think, next season. So it's going to be interesting what they do there. But aside from all that, so the award finalists got revealed for each major award this season.
Start
of
off
course,
with MVP.
just keep in mind that the bubble games do not count to this. So all these are, what do you call it, finalists?
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, anything that happened pre the NBA restart on March 14th or whatever it was. Does anyone want to start off with the MVPs and that? Introduce who got the award
MVPs.
finalists?
We got Harden, LeBron, and Giannis. It's the big three.
Harden, he's not even an MVP in my opinion. He had a really bad slump towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
I don't know. His highest high was really good.
It's either LeBron or Giannis.
Yeah, and I think they're going to give it to Giannis.
Where's Luka?
I think Giannis will win.
So yeah, would you have Luka over Harden?
I'd have Luka over Harden and LeBron. I'd have Luka second.
I don't know. I don't know about LeBron.
No, I wouldn't have it second, but definitely over Harden.
Not for me.
Only because at the end of the day,
third
in my opinion, the Mavs really should not even be 7th seed. Looking in, you had Porzingis, who obviously injury struggles, whatever.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you really didn't have anyone that's this is a playoff roster. So
That's true.
aside from that, his numbers are insane. I would say he's got the second best numbers in the league behind
Curry's
Giannis.
good as well.
Yeah, but are they going to be enough to get into the playoffs in the West?
True.
I don't think so. So I think
my finals would be Luka, LeBron, Giannis, but Harden's
that
in there.
order?
No, just as my top three.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think definitely Luka got snubbed for MVP. I'm a James Harden fanboy, but Luka should be in there over Harden just because, as Ash had mentioned, obviously Harden did have that slump. But yeah, I definitely think that Luka got snubbed. I think he's probably second for me. But it's just interesting because if we're talking MVP is most valuable player, and I did see someone say Chris Paul should be up there for consideration. And if we're really talking most valuable player by definition, which player is the most valuable to their team? Chris Paul really should be up there.
But it wasn't just Chris Paul. There was a lot of factors of Thunder's.
It was. Oh yeah, but he was driving.
I wouldn't say
no Chris Paul slander, but if they don't have him, I reckon they only lose an extra 5 or 10 games. They still got so many
I don't think they're
players.
a playoff team without Chris
Yeah,
Paul.
they'll lose 5 or 10 games, but they're not. I feel like Gallinari, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Dennis Schroeder. There's so many underrated factors of that team that Chris Paul maybe does get a little more credit than he deserves.
He's a leader.
I think it's also one of those
Still
things
one of the
where
greatest point guards of all time, but
definitely. I think it's also Shea obviously developed a lot this season, but how much of that? Obviously, I'm not because I had really like Shea even coming into the draft, but
definitely.
Chris Paul definitely had an impact on that in terms of I don't think you could ask for a better mentor for a young point guard.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but I still wouldn't consider him an MVP.
Me neither, but I see the argument for it. I see the argument.
So who do you guys think is going to win though, LeBron or Giannis?
Giannis.
Look, I'd love LeBron to win it, but I reckon just Giannis is getting it.
I think the media can influence enough for LeBron to win.
Yeah,
I think everyone's been saying it as well. All the analysts and NBA.
Even I think I don't know. They're gonna give it to Giannis.
Stats is one thing, but they'll even look at what LeBron does off the court,
which shouldn't come into
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I don't know why they look at that, but
Yeah, Nick Wright, I think it was a couple weeks ago, had said that LeBron deserves it because he's 35 and Kobe died this year.
Yeah, it was such a shit argument.
That's the dumbest
It
argument
was just
I've
a
ever heard.
pointless argument.
Yeah, but I think you had said earlier a couple weeks ago that you think LeBron should be MVP.
I don't know. I'm not a big Giannis fanboy. I don't know if it's a bit
Me
biased,
neither.
but
I don't like him either.
I don't know. I just see the first year in the West, and he's I know he's got AD, but it's their first year together. It's not got a lot of things to figure out, and they still clinched the first seed in the West with a lot of crazy good teams.
Everyone doubted LeBron.
The top 5 teams are they could win the chip in the West.
exactly.
6
Everyone
to 8
was-
is a bit. I don't know. You never know. But they got so many contenders. They clinched the first seed. I don't know. LeBron's averaging. He's leading the league in assists with 25 a game, almost a triple double. I don't know. It's just a lot of things that you can hardly argue. I don't know.
yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at either of them getting it.
Yeah, I think they're still going to give it to Giannis.
Different. Yeah.
But I would, if I had to choose, I'd give it LeBron.
Everyone was doubting LeBron about the West transition.
Yeah, that's
when he was in the East, everyone was saying, "Oh, he probably won't be able to get first in the West."
Yeah,
Now
he's
he's
in the
able
East
to
that
prove
long.
that should be
Yeah.
And he's clinched it, yeah.
It's true.
Definitely. I think storyline wise, the media, as Ash said, the media could definitely influence it because he has got a better story. But we'll see. Also touching on Giannis, to go into another award, he's also up for Defensive Player of the Year along with Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert.
I got 80 for deep.
If Giannis was to win both, he'd be only the third player to do it. I think MJ and Hakeem are the other two to do it. What do you guys think of that race there? I think he probably shouldn't get it.
I don't think he will either.
It's Anthony Davis to me.
He's got what is he?
I don't know.
No, 80. I don't know. 80's been snubbed so many years in a row.
Yeah.
He's always been up there and he hasn't won it. I don't know. It's just, he's always consistently averaging around 3 blocks and over a steal a game at like the big man at the 5 and 4. Like, that's just crazy.
Like Gobert's there, but he's
just the rim protector.
Mm.
80 is a lot better.
He's the best
Honestly,
rim protector, but that's all he is.
So 80,
I see 8. No, if you actually watch Gobert, he has a lot of great team defense.
yeah.
Like
helped
a
him.
lot of great.
But he knows his role.
Then again,
it's not like
yeah.
AD where he's gonna guard even 2s and stuff.
No,
so it's
that's
just
true.
depends who you prefer.
It's
really.
such a hard thing because there's not like MVP. You can look at points, assists, rebounds, win total, and that can kind of give you a decent enough picture.
Yeah.
Whereas defense player of the year, if we're talking blocks, Hassan Whiteside should be like a 4-time defensive player of the year. Like blocks and steals don't make up the full picture, and there's not really one stat.
Definitely.
I'm just talking defensive box plus minus, but advanced stats are flawed. So yeah, it's again, I really don't care about this race any year, to be honest. It's just one of those things because it's so could go either way. Yeah,
I reckon it just depends on the perspective of who's actually voting as well.
There are a lot of the media votes, which
the
is
media
worrying.
the most
Yeah, exactly.
And that's worrying because the media is full of absolute idiots.
I don't think Giannis should win both.
Yeah.
If he does win both, I don't know, man.
Yeah, this is not even Anthony Davis's best defensive season by any means. And
Yeah.
they're probably going to give it
He
to him.
should have
this
won
year.
it on
Because
when he was at Pelicans.
Yes, and they're going to give it to him this year because he's on the Lakers first seed. Everyone's watching him.
Yeah.
When really he should have got it back in 2017.
Like he was putting up crazy numbers at Pelicans, and he just wasn't noticed much.
Mm.
Yeah.
I always forget how young AD is. He's still 26, could be 27, but I think he's
He was
26.
drafted 2012, right? So yeah, he would be maybe 27.
8 plus 18. Yeah, he'd be like 26, 27, something like that. But like that's insane to me.
He's
how
27.
he's 27 years old. So he's still got like one full contract left of peak AD, like 1 4 or 5 year span. Until he's probably like 32, he'll probably start to decline 33. But yeah, that's ridiculous to me. So as far as some other awards go, we have
most improved. That's a very interesting one in my opinion.
I think that's the most. I would say most interesting. Yeah. That or 6 man probably. Who are the most improved candidates?
There you go.
We've got Bam, Brandon Ingram, and Luka.
What do you think about Luka being there?
Over Deontay Graham?
Devontae Graham. Yeah. Luka shouted him out.
I don't think Luka should be on the list because he went from good to great, not shit to good. If that makes sense.
His stats justified though.
Yeah, I understand, but like most improved is like talking about who wasn't noticed and who like went from like really shit to being really good.
Like to me,
I
he
don't
should
know,
be
even
in the
Luka
MVP
himself said that
conversation-
as well.
conversation.
I think he's too good of a player to be left off the MVP race and be put in the MIP race. I don't know. I don't know.
He should have been in the MVP finalist, not the most improved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I agree. I think the fact that Devontae Graham upped his scoring by 14 points a game.
4 points to 18.
Yeah, 4 to 18. The assists went from 2 to 7.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
crazy.
not on the list. I get it. Charlotte's not a good basketball team, and he was inefficient, but still, you can't ignore like most improved. That's the biggest improvement in the league.
Yeah.
So I don't know. These award races are always flawed, which I think is why I just don't care about the award races, to be honest.
Do the
they're very
NBA
flawed.
media have the influence in the finalist, or is that? I have no idea.
I got no idea how that works. If I had to guess,
It'll be voted.
If I had to guess, I would assume that like, because I know with Coach of the Year,
I'm pretty sure it's execs and stuff.
I think coaches voted on Coach of the Year. So I assume the players would vote on the player awards too. I would have to assume. Okay. And then the voting gets split between media, execs, and something
and
else.
fans as well. It's like a 50% ratio. It's
Oh
weird.
yeah,
they value fans as well, but I don't think as much as they value all the other voters.
Yeah.
The media definitely has the most influence.
Yeah.
Fans and media having the most influence is so stupid to me because neither group is exactly qualified to have input on this.
That's like the All-Star. The All-Star game. People voting for Taco.
Yeah, that's stuff like that. Like
Caruso. Zaza nearly made it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my.
Because the media, as much as they're media, they have no qualifications. Like at the end of the day, technically, we're media. Technically, we're not like the Ringer and shit, but we're media. We have no qualification. I don't know why anyone cares about our opinion, but we have no actual. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why should we be voting? It should be the players. It should be the coaches. The people that are with these and versing them.
Even with that, who do we think for most improved?
Oh, it's gonna be Luka because he just went from
BI.
20 points to 28.
Who they gonna give it to?
Yeah,
29.
Luka.
I'm
Actually,
saying
it'll be
29,
Bam.
sorry.
I think they'll give it to Bam.
they're giving it to Bam.
I think if Zion didn't play, they'd give it to Bi. But I think when Zion came back in and Bi took that dip, Zion took a lot of his shine.
I don't think they're gonna give it to Brandon Ingram. Yeah, I don't know.
If they give it to Luka, I'll be very surprised. I don't think they can give it to Luka. So
I think they
would
will
say
give it to
Bam.
Luka.
Luka?
I would be surprised as well.
That would be kind
He
of
has
crazy.
MVP
actually.
numbers.
They're just
Bam
waiting to give
deserves
him
it.
recognition still, so maybe
Yeah, because he's
maybe
not
that's not
MVP.
even that
It
crazy.
might be a pity thing because he's not an MVP. But
Nah, but imagine if he wins MVP next year and his first 3 seasons he wins Rookie
Rookie.
of the Year, MIP, MVP. That would be an insane progression.
Yeah,
Like
If
some
he wins
Mike-
MVP in the next year, that's like
That'd be some my
all-time
career
great
shit.
potential.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, my career shit.
On to the next. What do you want to add about Bam?
no, I'm just having a look at his
Yeah.
stuff. I haven't seen his.
I know he took assists. He doubled his assists, more than doubled his assists.
Yeah, near triple.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
similar to Jokic how he plays. Not nowhere near as potent, but
Yeah, he's definitely helped out a lot
7
by
more
their offense
points.
as well.
3 more assists, and 3 more rebounds.
I think they're also going off the fact that Miami are a better team this year.
Wow, yeah.
yeah, they'll get the
He's
storyline.
almost doubled himself in blocks.
It's all storylines. That's
up in
that's the
steals.
problem. I have.
He's up a general amount in pretty much every stat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he did. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad if any of these 3 players win because they all did improve.
And he was an all-star this year as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Bi has that same argument.
Yeah, if I had to give it a 1, I'd give it a BI. But that's just me.
I'd probably give it to Bam. Actually,
I don't know.
I'd probably give it to Bi, but I see Bam winning it. But
Yeah,
I'd probably give
that's
it to Bi.
Exactly what I see.
I think I'd give it to Bam, but I think Luka's gonna get it.
I think it's going to be the most interesting race, along with 6 Man of the Year, who we had
Yeah.
Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder, and Lou Williams.
Yeah.
Interesting that one team had two 6 Man of the
Yeah.
Year candidates.
Yeah, it's all it's a
Back
bit
to
of
back.
bullshit though. They play a lot.
Yeah, I
of
actually
minutes.
don't understand how that works.
Like
6 minutes is just one position. How
Harold
can
plays an extra I think 16 minutes more than the starting center, which is Zubac.
Mm.
They just bring him off the bench. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, they've been doing
It's
that.
kind of be
I
it.
don't
They've
know,
been doing
maybe
that
he
for literally
plays-
his whole career.
Maybe he plays better off the bench. I've never seen them starting, to be honest.
Was
Me
it
neither.
Yeah, Doc Rivers probably got inspired because he was on teams who did that a lot around that when he used to play and all that. And didn't Kevin McHale used to do that back in the 70s, where they took the Celtics' second best
You're
player.
going way too
Yeah.
back from me.
So it's not like we've seen this before a couple of times where they'll take the second best player in the team and take him off the bench anyway. It's just sometimes.
Who do you
it's
guys deserve? Who do you guys think who should win the?
Dennis Schroeder, without a
Yeah,
doubt. To
Schroeder.
me.
Dude, that guy has been any clutch situation, he just performed really well.
I think he's averaging 20 points while being not only off the bench, but being
So many
the
guards on the
third
team.
point guard on the team.
Yeah.
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 And
He's
he's
come up in
averaging
so many clutch situations for Thunder.
19 points a
It's
game,
insane.
38% from 3. I think it should be Dennis Schroeder, but
Is it just a Westbrook effect? Whenever he leaves, just some random player just does good in Thunder.
It's not really random.
Not yeah. I don't know why I said random.
disrespecting Dennis Schroeder.
But yeah, just someone just performs very well.
Man, from
Westbrook
Atlanta.
He's the third fastest player in the NBA, right? All I know is that boy's
I
quick.
have no clue, but
He's
yeah,
super
he
cool.
definitely is. I think definitely, in my opinion, the 6 Man of the Year award is a flawed award just because of what you guys had said about the fact that Trez and Lou Will and even Dennis Schroeder, they play starter minutes.
Dennis Schroeder does it to a degree as well, but
I think it
Not
should
Clippers
be.
been doing it. Yeah.
I think it should be reformed to a role player of the year award, and it should be given to someone that plays under 28 minutes a game. I think that would be more fair because calling it
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
that's I don't know
Take
'cause
notes.
I don't know how the actual 6 Man of the Year award goes. I don't know how what the criteria is, but let's say LeBron was
I think
the
it's literally
Lakers'
just
6th man. Could he win 6 Man of the Year? But he was playing
Yeah.
38
Yeah,
minutes a game.
100%.
Yep.
That's stupid as
I
hell.
think it literally just means the criteria is coming off the bench, and then it goes off stats and just voting like that.
Yeah, they should have a minute restriction on the award.
Yeah, that I would definitely put that in that case. Just a thing. Who do you guys think if it was you had to play 28 minutes or so a game? Who do you guys think would be up there? I think Marcus Smart would probably be up there. I don't know how many minutes he plays exactly, but I know
His
it is
defense.
somewhat
That's a good
limited.
pick off the jump.
Yeah. But yeah, I think definitely if the NBA was to do something like that, they need to change these awards, the way these awards are voted on and stuff.
D Rose came. He started a bit though.
Actually, D Rose should be in
Yeah, I wanted him in over.
contention.
I had him as my prediction before the
I
season.
think I did too. D Rose definitely should be in contention. I think the fact
I don't know who you take off.
But
There.
even-
I don't know who you're gonna
Yeah,
swap
it's
him out
tough.
for.
I'd take. I don't know. I just Trez come off the bench when he plays near double the minutes than the starting center. That
Yeah.
just gets under my skin a bit. How you even considered for it? I don't know.
I mean,
do
that's
you
kind of the same as
reckon-
Lou Wu. I think Shamet
Yeah.
starts ahead of him.
Wait, do you reckon that they take
But
into
I mean, if I had to take one, I'd
consideration
probably take Lou Will.
that the ranking of the team. Like obviously Detroit,
Definitely.
they finished pretty bad, but
I'm assuming that's why Devontae wasn't in
that's what I was
MIP
thinking as
and
well.
why D Rose wasn't in Sixth Man of the Year. They would have to, because if you look at all these awards, bar even Rookie of the Year, if you look at all these awards, they're from winning teams. There's not a player on this list that isn't in the currently in the bubble or even in the top 8 seeds, except obviously the Pelicans players. But yeah, you get my point. So I think team success definitely does factor.
We got Coach of the Year as well and Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, so I think
Coach of the Year first.
Yeah, we'll do coach. I think Rookie of the Year is pretty clear cut. So
I think Coach of the Year is pretty clear as well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's clear.
I think we're all going to pick similar, but I don't know if they're exactly going to win it. I got Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse, yeah.
I had Nick Nurse as well.
Not having Kawhi and basically doing the same
I don't
thing.
know how he doesn't win this.
I would pick Nick Nurse as well, but I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Budenholzer.
I'll
Because
be
he's the first
pissed
team
if
in
they
the
give
league.
it to Budenholzer, bro.
What is it, the best
First
record
seed.
in the league?
I'll be
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah, that is the best record in the league.
Sometimes they
Makes
that's how they
sense.
go off.
I feel like
And
when
Billy Donovan's like kind of the underdog one. I guess he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
going to make
throws out,
playoffs.
they're not
He's just
there.
kind of like
give him some props.
Yeah.
I feel like Mike Budenholzer isn't actually a great coach, and he's got Giannis, which is literally like
I think he's an alright coach.
he's all right, but he like the Bucks record this year.
Yeah, without Giannis.
The Bucks record this year, like you guys know, I do not like this Bucks team in terms of how they play and how they like the defensive schemes and stuff they throw out. So I definitely think that Nick Nurse should win it because, as you said, like no Kawhi.
Kawhi left and they're doing basically the same thing.
I think they're actually got a
doing
better record,
Yeah,
better.
which is
And
insane.
they're looking like they can go finals again. They're looking
Yeah,
good.
no facts. So yeah,
Last up we got Rookie of the Year.
this one should be
Most
Ja,
people do
yeah.
know, yeah.
this one should be clear cut.
Ja.
You guys are Ja too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked Ja at the start of the year as well, like before the season. So
If Zion
I
wins
think
it,
I have him as well.
if Zion wins it,
Well,
I'll
who picked
actually.
Tyler Hero?
My
No,
God.
no way.
Sam.
They're too self-aware, right? They know.
But the NBA really pushes this man, so I wouldn't be surprised if Zion does get it. They really push this guy.
Nah, he's not
The
gonna get
internet
it.
would never shut up. The
He's not
culture
gonna
of
get
the
it. He's not
Twitter.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
If he gets it though,
He's not gonna. Though.
if he gets it, I will never watch another
no, I
NBA
promise you, he
basketball.
won't win.
oh, he's on the cover of fucking 2K.
Yeah.
that's
That's
a
bullshit.
video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we never expected.
I hate Ronnie 2K so much, and that just adds to it. Like, Luka should be the cover. Anyone else but Zion should be. He played 19 games and he's the cover of the game. Like that's
Over
just,
Dame.
It's just for sale.
Dame has been in the season for 9 years.
but even the sales thing. Like I don't go into JB Hi-Fi and be like, yeah, I wasn't gonna get a 2K, but Zion's on the cover, so I got to get it.
Yeah, but some people will.
There's going to be,
Anyone
there's
that
going to
does
be a lot
that,
of people.
Especially in like America.
Yeah, in America, there's going
Yeah.
to be a lot of
Then
like,
again.
kids doing that shit.
Oh my God, Zion. Yeah, like that. But I'm
That covers
surprised.
pretty much like
Oh,
all the awards.
props to Kendrick
does.
Nunn.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
getting up there, yeah.
Undrafted. It was
Yeah,
undrafted, wasn't
yeah,
it? Undrafted. Yeah.
Like I don't know if you should be there, but I really can't think of like.
Yeah, he's one of the
many
cheap
other
rookies.
people that
Where
could
he's
go in the
25
third
years
spot.
old.
what did he? You guys know why he went undrafted?
The
Sexual
crimes.
assault.
Yeah, he had a sexual assault or something.
Like Eric Pascal. Should
I
be
think
up
he
there, but
maybe
was
hit his
like-
goal.
He's
Golf.
26 years old and he's.
I mean, Kendrick Nunn, 15 points, 3 assists, decent shooting, but I think Miami's a great team.
I think like
Oh,
RJ had
Brandon
the same
Clark
numbers
should be
except
pretty
one
close
less
as well.
point. Like,
Brandon Clark should be up there, actually.
yeah,
That's
I was
a
thinking
very
him or Eric
interesting point.
Pascal.
Pascal averaged worst stats on worst shooting than or worst
wow.
3-point shooting at least,
Yeah.
and he's on the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Um,
bad team.
Yeah, that was.
What about-
Oh my god, I don't think I watched one single Warriors game.
I
This
remember I
season.
was hyping Tyler Hero up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
had him as
We was
rookie of the year or second rookie.
No, I had Ja and Zion, but I just used to.
I just remember you were going
Yeah.
hard for the hero. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Hey, props to that man for who he's dating, but that's as much props
Yeah.
as I'll give him.
If he can get like a good handle, he could be probably an All-Star.
I think
Like,
I see
very
him
much so.
having not Devin Booker potential in terms of what's the word? Like ceiling. I don't think he'll ever be as
Ceiling,
good
yeah.
as Devin Booker, but similar game.
Yeah.
Similar game.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he's a special talent, man. And the fact, the biggest thing I like about Tyler Hero is that he's not afraid to take the big shots. I think he's got like 2 or 3 game winners, like that one against Philly where he pulled up, Butler got the steal and Embiid, and he just pulled up. Like that's a big shot for a rookie to take.
Yeah.
I like Tyler Hero, and he should have got some nods, but I think Kendrick Nunn overall, I'm not mad at that. So that pretty much wraps up the award finalists. What else is there? What else happened this week? We gotta look.
Ben Simmons' injury. That was
Yeah.
pretty big.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Very
forgot
big.
about that. So, what exactly did he
Just-
injure? What was the
Is
injury?
his left knee, I think, or right
No,
knee?
right foot
Right,
fracture.
right foot.
Or right foot.
Yeah.
So he has left the bubble to
Yeah, for
get
surgery.
surgery. How do you guys think this affects? Obviously, it does affect them in a big way, but
I don't. He should
Looking
come
at the
back
Sixers.
soon, right?
surely
I don't know
not.
when he'll come back.
Yeah, so that's probably 76ers going in the first round.
Yeah, watching them play though without him, they honestly didn't play too bad. Against the Blazers, but like saying that in the playoffs, I don't know how they'll go without him. Like being a big role player. Yeah.
The 76ers main facilitator. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And best defender.
It's gonna be interesting though, because obviously when Joel was out, Ben Simmons has kind of like stepped it up massively.
Yes,
And every time one of them is injured, it sways the conversation in the whole Ben versus Joel debate. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Joel really does like pop off while Ben's out.
Maybe it helps Joel Embiid spacing a lot.
Yeah,
So
so
go crazy.
yeah. I honestly like overall, I think obviously gonna be a worse team because Ben Simmons is such a good player. But we might see some nicer looking basketball getting played by the Sixers. I think so. That's gonna be decent. But I just googled it, and apparently a right foot fracture takes about 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, he's not in the playoffs.
So he's not coming back from the playoffs.
So
especially if you add in like a
first round
2-week
exit.
quarantine and shit. Who would
I think
they?
he could still make second round, but nothing further than that.
Celtics though?
Who would they
Celtics.
be against?
Ooh.
Against Celtics.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
no,
it's a first
yeah,
round.
first
exit.
round.
Should cook him.
Joel Embiid would have to average like 40 and 20, which against the Celtics is pretty possible. Like we got no one to guard him. But
Yeah, but that's the thing is like you,
Can't ask.
as long as you don't give up anything else from anyone else, like you keep it tight. You can let him go crazy. Like
yeah, that's true.
center, you can't do like.
Tobias Harris been playing pretty well actually. So I mean, I wouldn't completely count them out, but I'd definitely give Celtics the nod.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you could definitely do it, but yeah.
I reckon they
Underdogs.
could steal a few games from him still.
Yeah, definitely could happen. You never know. Like, as much as we can sit here and predict about things on paper, stuff happens.
We don't know.
Suns are undefeated so
Yeah.
far.
That's
Yeah, they're
Great
hot.
example.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing this week. Really was just like
I think
Suns
they're-
are hot, and then like some of the top seed teams are going having a bit of struggles. Bucks,
Mm.
Lakers, Clippers. Clippers not so much, but they did lose to the Nets.
Exactly,
It's
by
crazy.
9 points. Karis LeVert had a really good game. I don't remember his stats exactly, but I know he had a 25 and 10 when I had looked, so it's definitely more than that. So you pulled up Cam Johnson. He's been a big part of this Suns
yeah, I like him, man. He's
run
rookie out. Like he did what 4 years or 3 years at college.
for.
He's just a 3-and-D guy.
Even
In his
Austin
bubble,
Rivers
he's averaging
popped
13-8.
41 career high.
That was
He's
pretty crazy.
a
That's
good
pretty
role
good.
player. He's averaging
Yeah.
13-8.
He is. A lot of their role players have really come to play. Even Mikal Bridges
Top
has
15
played
in
really well.
scoring.
He's played some really good defense. Like TJ Warren was the hottest man in the league in terms of his
Probably still
performances.
is.
Yeah, but against that Suns team, when Mikal Bridges on him for most of the game, he only had like 18, which is still
It was
good,
one game.
16.
but 16. And I don't think he shot that great either. So
One game.
a lot of their I'm just saying
Yeah,
that
I mean,
their role players are
Against the
coming to
worst
play.
team.
They're role players.
They're hot right now, so.
Yeah. Do you guys think obviously Nets beat Clippers today? Do you guys think that's a point
That's
of
just like-
concern?
nah, not at
It's
all.
just a fluke game.
Only
There was
Kawhi
no-
was playing
There
and
was
Lou
no
Will.
PG
The-
and Patrick Beverley and Harrell, of course.
At the end of the day, though,
I mean, it's Kawhi, Lou Will, and
It's-
he's still got like a
yeah,
lot of the good ball players.
this is still
like,
Yeah,
they
but-
still should not be losing to. The
I still wouldn't be
Brooklyn Nets.
concerned about it.
Nets like might be the worst just like team on paper in the whole bubble.
I still wouldn't.
I'd
be
say so.
concerned.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say so.
And it's
Oh,
Kawhi.
probably Washington, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how they're still in it. To
When
be honest.
Isaac Bonga and Thomas Bryant are your main guys, that's
Yeah,
that's how you know, man.
That's
That's
struggle.
tough.
That's tough. Imagine if they still. Oh, I wish they still had Isaiah Thomas. Actually, fuck that guy. He didn't do our intro.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man.
No, I deleted the tweet.
And I think it was yesterday as well. Carmelo Anthony, he's now top 15 in scoring of all time in the NBA. It's pretty big. I'm a big Melo fan. I have been since like Knicks. That's why I'm a Knicks fan. Used to watch him when I was younger.
You need to get a jersey. Yeah, wait, you have a jersey.
Yeah, I
don't
do
you?
have a jersey. Knicks jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's old ass, but yeah, it's alright. Yeah, it's good to see. A lot of people forgot about him until last year, and then Portland picked him up, and now they're making a run. So if he's happy, I'm happy. It's good.
I'm glad he's had this
Yeah.
kind of revitalization. A lot of people counted him out. It's just funny how I mentioned in the chat earlier, the same Instagram accounts that are praising him were putting out memes about him 2 years ago, calling him washed. But you know, that's how it
It's
goes.
just
I
Thunder,
guess
just a bad organisation.
they are.
Yeah.
They
Ruined
are.
him.
Yeah.
They ruined it.
Put him at the 4.
Lucky you're a Heat fan now, but yeah, that.
They put Russ with 4 non-shooters, and they expected to win a championship.
Yeah,
That's just
they're just not a great.
That's just-
Sam Presti's kind of overrated as a GM.
Oh,
where's the space?
Not
Um,
overrated. Come on.
Alright.
That's another discussion. No.
He finessed the
Can't get into
Clippers,
that.
but he never gave Russ a decent team to win. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I will
That's
stand
all
by
I'm
that.
saying.
He
yeah.
never gave Russ a.
And I hate
Snub
Russ,
builder.
so for
Danny
me to
Ainge.
say that, I said Danny Ainge is overrated. So I guess then we should kind of conclude on something I saw on Twitter Something I saw on Twitter this week. So it was basically rank these 5 players in order, and we want to get your input as well in the comments. So if you guys, let us know what your ranking would be. A lot of these players are kind of in that similar bracket in terms of age. They're all like 3 to 4 year players. They're all roughly the same.
All pretty much all
production.
Stars.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
Devin Booker, but
he should be. Oh, he was. Wait, wasn't he last year?
Oh yeah, he did because someone got injured.
Injury replacement. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 5 players are Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, Bam Adebayo, Jason Tatum, and Devin Booker. I think we'll go 5 through 1. Because I think 5 is the easiest.
Okay, yeah.
Who would you guys have at 5?
Bam.
Yep.
I'd have Donovan.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
He's my 4th.
Yeah,
so
he was going to be my 4th.
Bam would be my 4th. So
Alright,
so 4 and 5 we got the same. Just I got it switched over. Okay, cool. 3rd.
Jason Tatum. No.
Nah.
See, I got Ben Simmons. If that
I
helps you
would
guys
put
out.
Ben Simmons as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what about you guys?
I'm on a basis of like who would I have in my team, like over them.
Disregard potential, disregard all that as well. Just purely what you would have.
Yeah,
now.
I would probably put Ben Simmons at
Ben
that.
Simmons.
Yeah,
What you
Simmons.
saying? Yeah. You seem stressed about this.
Like you need to have
I'm
a
just
team.
thinking, bro.
yeah, the veins popping out.
I don't
You
know.
seem real
'cause
stressed.
Then it's just
Yeah.
like
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't want to copy your pick, but yeah, I would also have Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, yeah.
That's just-
You would need a team around Ben Simmons.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. So 3 Ben Simmons, yeah? Everyone cool with that?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
not better than the other 2.
Alright, now I think this is where it gets interesting because
Not
I think
for me.
my 2 would be different to your guys' 2. So
My 2 is probably Jason Tatum at 2, Devin Booker 1.
Yeah, that's me as well.
Oh, that's the same as what I'll expect.
Only
you guys.
because
Oh,
if we don't
no,
think
no,
about
see.
potential, if we've got big potential,
This
then
guy's
Jason Tatum's
carrying
number
Wait,
the
1.
I know this guy's gonna have JT at 1, aren't you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fair
I
enough.
would.
Yeah.
It's not like a completely.
It's not that
If you ask me
Yeah, it's just the
before,
bias
before this
aspect.
little 5-game win streak, I'd definitely say Jason
6
Tatum at number 1. I'll say Jason Tatum number 1 still because I want to stick with it. But like,
Okay.
Just
I don't know, it's making
I
it
don't know,
tough now.
only because like
Yeah.
you
Making
just
me
said no.
rethink.
Don't think about the potential. I still would probably, even if they didn't go 5-0, just like because just better player all around. Like he's had a bit more time. I don't know.
I think JT.
I still would pick because Jason Tatum's had his big. He has big runs.
Yeah, that's 100%.
I don't know. Devin Booker's been like 25. He's a scoring machine for a few years now.
True.
If I'm just going off numbers, not thinking about potential in that, I probably would still pick Devin Booker, but it's still close.
I think there's an argument to be made for JT's defense as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a lot
he
longer.
has-
He's a lot more versatile.
He's shown to be
That's
a
what I
great
think as well.
defender this season.
But then if we have to make potential like come into this, then I would pick. I would
Yeah.
pick Jason.
Oh yeah,
Tatum.
potential.
Easy.
Yeah, it's a whole. That's
'Cause
why
I
I
remember-
disregard potential.
I remember before the bubble, Tatum was guarding Kawhi and he locked him up. Like,
Man, no one's talking about that.
yeah,
No
but
one is.
still, I'm just
It's
saying.
before the bubble. Who
I'm
cares?
just saying, like,
Your
that was
Celtics
before-
bias is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what you're for. You
Unbelievable.
swayed him this way.
It's just-
I didn't sway him, but I,
Yes, you
I,
did. You
I
seduced
regret
him.
any
And
influence I would
then
have
Summer
had.
League, Tatum, that just put
Why
me to
talking
bed.
about something?
Oh my God, this guy.
What we should be talking about is playoffs. Jason Tatum's legitimately proved in the playoffs. I mean, he went to 7 games with LeBron. He showed he wasn't going to back down.
Hey man, I
To
feel
me,
bad
Devin
Yeah, but
Booker
that is
hasn't
like
done that yet.
because
trash
he
ass
hasn't
teams
been to the
and-
playoffs.
Yeah, Devin
It
Booker's
was-
never
And
had
it's
a
not
first
his
team.
fault, by the way.
It's
It
not
is
his
not
fault.
Devin Booker's
Exactly.
fault.
Exactly.
It's-
Like
it is what it is.
realistically,
Nah, it's not all his fault, but a little it is. You have to put some. You have to
I
put
don't put
something on
any.
it.
He was
I don't put any
averaging
of
like
his fault.
25,
Nah,
6 and 6
I have to. Like it's your best player. You have to put something on them. You
on
can't,
near
nah.
50-49.
You can't just be like, all right, yeah, smack of the wrist. It's your best player.
Who else was
You
on
have
that
to put.
team?
You have to put. No, I'm not saying you put. Like, I'm not saying you put majority on him at all.
And
He's
he's
got an
the best.
unfair cut to this, but you have to put some sort of. You have to put some sort of
If
blame.
you
on
put
him.
LeBron
I
on that
can't-
team, they might not make
I
the playoffs.
genuinely can't put
Yeah.
any blame on Devin Booker, like any at all, because
It's-
he played so well.
He could have
and
left.
He had nobody.
He
What do you
could
mean?
have, yeah.
He had that rookie.
Yeah, he's.
Rookie. Once you have a rookie contract, they own your like rights to
No,
extend.
no,
the
but
shit.
he had a chance to leave.
Yeah, he
When?
took a max
And then
contract.
He's had his.
Ah.
He's on his second one.
Fair enough. I feel like more comes into it though. Like it's not just how the basketball team's playing. Like
Not many people leave
he was
after their
obviously.
rookie.
That's what I'm
So,
saying.
that's-
Situated in Phoenix, friends, whatever. I don't blame him for that. I blame Kevin Love for staying, but I don't blame him.
What Draymond Green say?
for
Draymond
staying.
Green said, "Get him out of Phoenix." Do you guys
Yeah.
reckon
He
he should
got
stay
fined
or
50K
leave?
Fine
for
for
it.
I
that.
don't believe he got fined 50K for that. That's not. How's that tampering?
It's
It's just his
like
opinion.
he's putting like influence into the decision. It's some shit like that.
But like
It's pointless.
he was an
such a-
analyst, so I get that he's a basketball player. But for that 2 hours that he was on TNT, whatever, his job was to be an analyst, and he analyzed.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
all that
retarded.
happens.
It's just
They
NBA.
asked him
He's
straight
an
after
NBA
he
player.
said
He's
it.
under contract with them.
He's
If
not an
he
analyst.
If he does
He's
it
still
outside the
NBA
rules,
player.
That's
they can fine him. He can't do
They
it.
asked him straight after he said it about that comment.
Tampering.
Are you tampering?
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah, kinda." So
He said maybe, yeah.
if he didn't say that, he probably doesn't get fined.
He's been known to be
50K
talking players
though.
anyways.
50K. I
that's
know
a
it's
lot of money,
nothing
man.
for him, but to think about that, it's like,
$2.
God damn,
Bring it to the
man.
Warriors.
And he even tweeted laughing emojis, like,
Okay, fine.
I mean,
Actually, you know
50,000.
because 50k is like
50K is
nothing
on
to him, but
my-
It's
bro,
like a
big
kid's whole
contract.
college tuition.
50k could
Right there.
pay like 2 university tuitions here
Yeah.
in Australia. Like,
Probably like
that's
50
crazy.
bucks.
It's probably like a little.
One of us got
I don't know.
Because how much is he
Yeah.
earning? How much is he earning a year?
Draymond.
He's on a
He
decent
has a
contract.
decent
yeah.
High
contract.
20s?
20,
Oh,
right?
high 20s.
Has to be.
Yeah, it's like
Mid-twenties,
$10.
mid-
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Especially
like
since he
nothing.
thinks he's the best player of all time.
Let's wrap it up.
No Draymond
Who
slander.
said that?
Draymond.
No Draymond slander here.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we basically covered everything.
Mhm.
Obviously we've got to look forward to the Heat Pacers game, a couple other games this season. This week rather. Is this the last week of seeding games?
Yep. Friday's the last day
I
of
think
games.
Monday's playoffs.
16th?
Okay, there we go.
Playoffs.
So the playoffs come
Yeah.
next week.
Yes,
We'll
Monday.
probably have an episode out about playoffs and whatnot. Probably like what I think maybe next Wednesday we'd aim to have it out
No, we
I'd
can have
say.
it this week.
this week.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah.
Later
Okay,
on
easy.
this weekend.
So yeah, look forward to that. Once again, just want to say thanks for watching. All of our social media links for the Instagram, the Twitter, all that type of stuff will be in the description. So go follow. Thanks so much for the support so far. Anything you guys want to add?
No.
No?
Have a great night.
Yeah. Easy.
Have a good
Alright.
week.
Stay
For sure.
safe.
See you next week.
Latest.